On the table today at Squirrel Stampede, we are building another portal, this time an end portal. Build-A-Portal figures for 2020 Squid features the end portal. So we'll find figures like Steve, a glow squid, more new Axolotl, very cute Axolotl, and construct up an end portal with the pieces that build. Also, finally, the Warden. The Warden is on shelf, so the Warden will join in today and probably scare us 100 million times. So let's construct, let's open, let's find out what this end portal will do.
Squirrel Stampede!
So for building an end portal, we have to start with the second wave of Axolotls. We've got yellow and white. Super cute, building a family of Axolotl, and I see maybe a side of a Build-A-Portal at the bottom. Backup box will kind of give you a key on where to get all the pieces. If you're not consumed by the beautiful fine print that should belong in bookshelves, you'll notice the spider is the most important Build-A-Portal mob, as it contains the back screen or the event horizon to get through to the end. Gotta say though, the Axolotl are the best in the series. Out of pack, there are our adorable new waved Axolotl, yellow gold and white with pink stripe. If you recall, we had found a blue and pink Axolotl from the previous Build-A-Portal series. It looks like they did not change much from the first wave of Axolotl, only just the color. We have rotationable heads on these, and their legs, their cute little cross-like legs, stick out, and a tail. And I believe these have been released so close to one another, you'll still probably easily find the blue and pink in the older packaging, and then the new in the green packaging. Oh, and as you can see with white there, a good way to position is to rotate their head just a little bit. That lifts their body up from the table, and you can give a cool little pose. Now what about that end portal? So there is our left part of the end portal, I guess you could say a left side. Very similar to what we saw with the previous Build-A-Portal generations. Pretty good timing, as I recently found the Stronghold on my online Minecraft gaming. We'll be checking out the end portal in the next episode. This one lined with Eyes of Ender, ready to go, I suppose, maybe? We'll know more once we build this portal, right? So probably the next most interesting character of this Build-A-End Portal series would be the Glow Squid. We have not seen a Glow Squid before in action figure form. In fact, have we even seen a regular squid in a long time? Can't recall if we've seen a Mattel squid yet. I know we've seen a Jazzware squid. This one fun as it's glowy. Would have been fun had they had an LED feature on this one. Inside the box, our Glow Squid. Yeah, I really don't believe we've seen a squid from Mattel yet. I just dug through everything I could find and I could not find a squid unless I missed it or I forgot about it. This is my first squid experience for Mattel Minecraft. Pretty cool figure. It's got the full 8 tentacles, and flipping over to the side you can see its mouth way down deep, and each of these little tentacles move just a little bit like a light switch. And so if you position out like so, you'll get a good standing squid. Where's the front again? Is that the front? That's gotta be the front. Now if you really want to blast from the past to the far future past, we've got the Jazzware squid. Man, it's been a long time since we ventured back then. So that's a previous generation squid there. Remember how Jazzwares had a little more detail to theirs, but they were a little more fragile, a little easier to break. But it was kind of fun to search for at least some sort of squid figure that we've seen before. And with the squid, we get the lower left corner of our end portal. So an important piece to build with. Actually, all the pieces are important to build with. So that's fun with the squid, the Glow Squid. Now the next figure I kind of would like to see would be Steve with the Enchanted Armor, mainly because while digging through the Jazzwares bin, I found my old Steve with Enchanted Armor figure. It's like blast from the past, old school day. There's old school Steve from Jazzwares, a simplified figure, a more simpler times of figure in a way, but yet a little more complicated. But let's get new Steve out. They actually labeled this as Stronghold Steve. So Stronghold Steve, very tough. Enchanted netherite armor. A little bit of sparkle on those arms and torso piece. It looks really cool from close up. Yeah, he's ready to fight. This is a tough-looking Steve. Instead of a weapon, though, we have an Eye of Ender. Again, something I had just recently done, thrown many of those up into the air to find my stronghold. Whatever linked is either that or when we're walking through the stronghold, depending on when we get, because I'm just about to walk through that stronghold and activate our portal. Again, what great timing. Oh, it's so funny to see these two figures together, though. I kind of forgot how tighter and smaller Jazzwares were. The Mattel line definitely gave you a little more playability, a little more durability. Wow, look at this sparkle. I don't know if I can capture this sparkle on this Enchanted Armor or not, but it looks really good. Really close up you see a blue sparkle to the purple, just making a great look. So that's a fun Steve to look for. You don't see full enchanted netherite armor very often. I really wish he had a sword with him too, along with that Eye of Ender, but we've seen so many of these figures, I gotta have a sword around here somewhere. So another really fun figure of this series has got to be the Damaged Creeper. What's going on with Damaged Creeper? You can call him Old Rusty Face. I guess it's just that moment of impact, or that moment just before an explosion. Don't see them often in that copper tone, only for slight secondaries. Opening up, there's our creeper, there's our creeper, there's our creeper, please stand. The top right portion of the end portal. And with Steve from earlier, I forgot the other left portion of the end portal. All the end portal components start blending together. There's our little copper creeper, I like to call it now. Copper creeper. Your basic Mattel creeper feels a little smaller this time, but it's got to be about the same with the 4 legs of articulation and head rotation up top. That head is really loose. This creeper's definitely damaged. Here's a basic creeper, a comic maker series creeper with the switchable head, so you can see pretty much the same height and body style. And if you really want another blast from the past, we've got an original cactus. No, not a cactus. An original Jazzwares creeper, which was actually scaled pretty close, very close to what Mattel did with theirs. I miss the old paint of the Jazzwares. They were able to capture the pixelation detail a little more at times, but again, pretty fragile and easily scratchable. 2 to go. Let's just go around the end portal now and finish off with just basic Steve. So you collect them all, you're gonna get a sword for your Enchanted Armor Steve there. Funny, I usually complain about a regular skinned Steve, but it's probably been over a year since we've seen a regular skinned Steve. So let's get Steve out. There's our Steve and another chunk of end portal. Steve looking pretty good. What's with these feet? These feet seem different. Am I looking at something different here? They're a little more rubbery today. He's got like rubber shoes on his feet. Okay, I gotta bring back a past Steve now. Funny, they were always like that. They always had these softer gray shoes on the bottom there. They almost felt a little grippy, a little rubbery than the plastic on the legs. I don't know why, I never really noticed that. Gives him a little bit of stability there, maybe locks him into a base or just looks good. Those are his shoes. And if you want to go old school, because we're kind of doing that today, there is a Jazzwares Old School Steve. He hasn't seen the light of day in a while. Definitely a little shorter than what we're opening today. So that completes the around the portal. Now for the final most important piece, the spider. The spider wins the day with the event horizon of the end portal. A cave spider, so a more menacing spider with spider web included. Opening up, our cave spider, a chunk of end portal, and the all-important sparkly event horizon. Wow, lots of stuff going on the table right now. Funny that they worked with 2 Steves now. One of those could have been Alex. It would have balanced the series a little bit better. There's our cave spider though. Always fun with these legs on ball joints so that you can kind of position in like 100 million ways, especially with spiders. You can even rotate the legs up a little bit and around so that they reach up into funny positions too. You kind of see the seam underneath them, but it still works, I think, pretty well. I think it's pretty fun to do. And creepy. Cave spider's always so creepy. And then of course our event horizon included. It's got like a little blue and green sparkle to it. And a chunk of the portal. So that completes all the figures you need. Whoa, Steve, not now. Don't attack the spider. So that completes all the necessary elements we need to build an end portal. Let's get them all together here. Okay, so what do we have here? Hopefully we won't have a goat situation like we did with the previous portals, but we're not sandwiching them together today, so we should have less interference. So all these pieces are going to come together. We've got 2 of these, and these 2 are similar. And these two look to be the same. So Mattel figured a good way to do this with reusing pieces. And of course our back screen, most important. So maybe we start with the top of the portal, grab one of these. This came with maybe the Enchanted Steve, and this one came with maybe the Broken Creeper. Snap those two together to build a top of our portal, and we'll do that again to build the bottom piece of the portal. It's fun to say portal. There we go. Then we just construct in the sides. You're going to want to make sure these grooves are all going to be hugging inside so you can place your plate inside your event horizon. Maybe we can just do that now. Does it matter which direction it goes? Do you want to have it going with the little seam inside or outside is the question. I think right now it's going to go just like that. And we'll place in our top now. Getting closer. Getting closer. Is the ground beginning to shake for some reason? I hope not. And just make sure you get all your components lined up just as they need to be. A little bit of finagle here at the very end. And we've got it! We've got our build-up portal! Ooh, very cool. Some interesting things are already seeming to spit on out. That is so cool. It's funny how long it took them to get another portal built. We had 3 build-up portals, or even I think 4 build-up portal waves from last year. And now we've got the end portal, which I'm curious to see if we will see this continue on. This year in 2020, Squid probably is my guess. And it's kind of a cool idea because that way you don't have to get all the figures of the first wave. You could just look for waves to build your portal. Obviously the most important part, this event horizon. You want to give it a try, Steve? Let's see if he jumps on it. And there he goes, treating it like a trampoline once again. Once again, Steve is trampolining. That's not really how it works. You need to go inside. There you go. Have fun in there, okay? What would really be fun to see is some more end play sets, stuff like that. We've seen Ender Dragons before, but maybe like an end city. Something like that would be really cool sometime, either from Mattel or Lego. We don't get to the end very often. So there you go. There's your build a portal. Oh, I forgot about the spider web. Does the spider web also go through? And there it goes. So a nice little piece of spider web. Fun series. I always like the build a figure stuff as it gives you something extra as a bonus when you complete the series. So a couple other fun items to look for building the End Portal series. There is a Wandering Trader and Llama pack with bucket of milk maybe and a emerald for trading. We've opened a character like this, so similar, I'm just going to keep in box for now. These do not contain any parts to the portal though. Don't let it fool you because there's a portal on the back there. It's telling you to collect these. That's kind of what I got almost fooled at, but I kind of wanted an extra one of those. And then I think I will open this one today. This one is the Skeleton Spider Jockey. I have not had a Spider Jockey in a while, so let's see what this guy looks like. Out. Huh? Wait, that's the Wandering Trader. How did that happen? So that's the Wandering Trader, and I'm pretty sure we've seen this guy before because I have another llama in my collection. I suppose that gives you a chance to double up your llamas and build an authentic Wandering Trader with the double llamas. Get another emerald, of course, and another bucket of milk. They're a cute little series. I think they're pretty much the same. It's hard to get the Wandering Trader to sit up on the saddle because of the way his cloak fits, but they don't typically ride their llamas anyway. Okay, let's try this again. There's our Spider Jockey. Definitely having issues with the tap box open lately. So there is our Spider Jockey on a regular overworldish spider in brown. So we had just saw a cave spider in black. The legs feel a little flat today. I was saying earlier how well you can position them, and my spiders keep feeling so flat. Don't get a Spider Jockey very often, so this was a fun one to find. It's a good combo pack. A spider, a skeleton, lots of fun articulation. Was this guy's head upside down? No, it was not. Wait, which way does it go? That way. Sometimes I get the eyes and the teeth mixed up. The skeleton, a pretty cool figure with a bow and arrow with fitting bow into the arrow, or wait, fitting arrow into the bow, and a spider eye treasure if killed, and saddled up on the back there. You can take that off and position however you want. So a good fun combo pack, look for that too. Just no end portals with those. And that leaves us with all that talking today, all that vibration, all that noisy yammering brings in the Warden. So the Warden finally here. This was a tough one to get. It would seem like it was almost available early January 2020 Squee. I would see it pop up online, and I've heard people finding them, but never a drop in the store until just this week. Floodgates opened early March. I've seen the Warden now everywhere. Walmart's, Targets, so I think finally it's pretty easy to get a Warden. And it's a really cool figure. We've got a try me window here we can open up and test out. That is, if you can find the correct rib cage. It's quite massive. We're in the same style packaging, the greenish packaging of the Build-A-Portal over onto the back. Warden. Grrr. Battle lights and sound. It looks simplistic, and sometimes that's the best way to do something. Let's get out. And the mighty Warden out of pack. More importantly, check out all this fine print for bookshelves. Mattel needs to release a full bookshelf compilation pack. Maybe a Build-A-Bookshelf series would be fun. Those are instructions. Look at this dude. He's massive, massively huge. Look how he is scaled next to Steve there. Steve doesn't even reach the shoulder height, even with Steve's helmet on. So we have a giant Warden figure. Don't worry about Steve. He had armor on. This is pretty specially cool. All around, detailed, creepy. Back we've got the speaker exposed, but that's okay. He's even louder out of the box, by the way. So let's give a test on some of the sounds. So I'm getting a variety of sounds, maybe 5 to 6 different clips. Light up blue chest feature. Pretty good. So with one light press, you get a sound. And according to the instructions, a press and hold for about 2 seconds. Let's see what happens. What? Ah! That was creepy. That was really creepy. Kind of like a foot run at you, and then just, that was the loudest growl yet. I couldn't tell if that was motion sensitive. I don't think it was. It almost felt like it was, but I don't think it was. Oh my, that is cool. So yeah, non-motion sensitive. He starts by stomping slowly, and once he sees you, that's when he starts running and then just gives a full attack. What a figure! Articulation-wise, probably pretty simple. Head rotation on top, all 360. Arm rotation, 360. If it hits his head, you'll have to just move his head back. And legs at hip points. And surprisingly pretty stable. Stands really well. I have had no tippy problems. So they gave him a good footprint. That is a fantastic figure. So keep an eye out for the Warden, one of the most important new boss mobs out there this year. There we go, that's the end of Portal. Whew. Thankfully no goats were harmed in this video. It just makes a really awesome trampoline. If you like today's video, please give us a squike, a squirrel-eye, squammet, your favorite end Portal Build-A-Figure character, probably the Axolotl, right? Thank you so much for watching. That's what I have to say about that.